The Premier League 25-26 season is approaching. It will be starting in around 2 weeks, and many clubs have generally had quite a good summer. So this season is going to be an amazing one. We could see quite a good title race happening this season as well. And in this video, we'll be speaking about the Premier League and predicting the standings for the upcoming season. So let's get into it, and hopefully you enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like if you do. We're gonna start from 20th, and then we're gonna go all the way to 1st, and first place obviously being the club who's gonna win the league. So 20th, I put Leeds United. They've just been promoted from the championship. They won the league with 100 points, scoring the most amount of goals in 95 goals last season. I do see them finishing in 20th place and actually struggling. Sadly, I think they will struggle, but team who scored 95 goals, I think they won't struggle offensively, but defensively, with the quality of the Premier League, it might be a little bit of a struggle. Now in 19th, I put Burnley. Burnley have also been promoted from the championship and having the best defense in the league, conceding 16 goals in 46 matches in the championship. Very impressive if we're being honest. They signed Kyle Walker, and they have also a solid player in Marcus Edwards. I do think they will struggle a bit offensively, honestly, but I do think they will go down as well back to the championship after next season. In 18th place, I have Brentford. I think they will manage to go down this season as well. I think they have had quite a few solid players leave and their manager as well. So Thomas Frank left, and Mbeumo went to Man United, and also Wissa could be going as well. So most of their key players have left, and the manager who has brought them a lot of, I would say, success in the recent seasons in terms of finishes, he has joined Spurs. So it's a bit of a yikes moment from them, but he's the manager who literally brought them up from the championship. So I do see Brentford potentially going back down. In 17th place, I put Sunderland. They have been promoted into the Premier League, scored a last minute winner, which is crazy, to secure promotion. First time since the 16-17 season that they are back in the Premier League, so that's huge for them. They have lost a key player in Joe Bellingham to Dortmund though, so that's a very key player in the midfield, but they have replaced them with a very experienced player in Xhaka, who has played for Arsenal. He just played for Bayer Leverkusen, who 2 seasons ago went unbeaten in the league throughout all matches, and they have signed some other great players who will really contribute, I think, into this team. So I think with those signings will help them stay up. In number 16th, I put Everton. I do think this season that they will do a little bit worse, but they have come off a pretty decent season, getting quite a bit of draws as well. David Moyes did well last season. I think they will manage to stay up, although they have a pretty solid team defensively. Offensively, again, they just struggle a little bit more, but I think 16th might be the place we will see them in. Now in number 15, I put West Ham. They've had quite a decent season last season, finished in 14th place, which is not too bad, but West Ham have also signed Callum Wilson, who is a decent striker. I think he's gonna get at least like 10 goals in the Premier League for West Ham, but I believe West Ham, once again, they will end like in a bottom half kind of position, which is 15th, unless they really surprise us next season as well. In 14th, I put Wolves. Wolves were not too bad last season as well. I expect them to do a little bit better this season. They were playing some very nice and clean football. Offensively, I think they will be worse, as they lost Mateus Cunha to Manchester United, but they also lost a key left back in Ryan Ait-Nouri to Manchester City. So those two players were so key, especially Cunha getting like 15 goals for Wolves. That's a huge contribution in terms of the attacking aspect for Wolves. But in 13th, I have put Crystal Palace. They have had quite a decent season last season, winning actually the FA Cup against Man City was was a 1-0 win, which they earned Europa League football, which then they got demoted to the Conference League as Lyon are back in the Europa League. Lyon were originally supposed to be relegated into the League 2 due to some financial issues. Turns out that was overturned, but Eberechi Eze could be leaving Crystal Palace as well. He could be going to Arsenal, which is the club I support, and that would be a huge signing for us. That kind of left wing or cam position as well. But in number 12, I put Bournemouth. They've had quite a solid season this past season. They beat top teams like Man City, Arsenal, and others. Semenyo was a standout winger in that campaign. I think one of those standout wingers in the whole league. He really bang goals left foot, right foot, doesn't matter. Take on his man. Very physical as well. Could body his man. He needs to. But I think this season they might be weaker as they lost Huijsen and also Zabarni. He could go to PSG. So that's two of their main center backs potentially being gone. But 12th place, I think that seems like a pretty reasonable place to put Bournemouth. Now in 11th place, I put Fulham. They've had quite a decent season in the 24-25 season. Fulham actually finished in the mid-table around like 11th place, and Jimenez was having quite a solid season. I hope to see him ball out again, and I see them finishing in the exact same spot. Once again, Marco Silva has done a great job in the past season with Fulham, but I think they're gonna stay in the exact same spot, if not a little bit higher. But in 10th, I put Brighton. They have started off last season not the best, if we're being honest, but then Brighton, they slowly picked up their form coming into the end of the season, ended up finishing in 8th place, which is very solid. A player that is a huge standout in that team is Baleba. What a midfielder. He could do the defensive work, he could do the offensive work as well. The way he just carries the ball forward into space and really starts attacks is what really catches my eye. Even the defensive work from him is outstanding. There's a reason why some top clubs are looking at him as well. And in 9th place, I put Aston Villa. This one might be quite a surprise for you guys, but I just have this feeling that Aston Villa are gonna do worse this season, especially with them being in the Europa League. I think it might be a struggle to kind of juggle both of those competitions, but we have to keep an eye on Morgan Rogers. What a baller. I believe this past season was his breakthrough season, and let's be honest, he performed in the Champions League, performed in the Premier League. What a player, honestly. We will see definitely more of him this season. In 8th place, I have Manchester United. I believe this season Manchester United will do better, but last season it was a disaster for them. They finished in 15th place. They're literally so close to the relegation zone. They could have got relegated, but the bottom three it was a big gap between Man United and the bottom three. But they have made some solid signings in Mbeumo, who's just come off a season with 20 goals for Brentford, and Cunha, who's just come off an incredible season with the Wolves getting like 15 goals or so. Those two will help with the quality and attack for sure. And in preseason, United actually looked pretty good, but let's see how they do in this upcoming season in the Premier League. And in 7th place, I put Nottingham Forest. Forest have had not too bad of a season, 24-25. At one point, they were in the top 3. They kind of fell off a little bit. Like top 3, they were literally about to get Champions League football, but they dropped like 4 places. And they have lost a key player in Elanga, who contributed like 11 assists to the team, so that's a huge assist provider in their team. Lost, but they have managed to keep Morgan Gibbs White as well, but I believe they will finish in the same exact spot or around there in 7th place again. Moving into the top 6 now. In 6th place, I put Tottenham. Tottenham have just come off a pretty awful season. Apart from them winning the Europa League, the Prem was horrible for them. Like, I think they finished like 16th or something. They have sacked Ange Postecoglou, who has won them the Europa League, but now They have Thomas Frank as a manager. He signed Polina and Kudus, and those two players are very, very solid. Both signings will help them massively, and I see a high finish happening. And 6th place, I think that seems pretty reasonable for Tottenham at the moment. But in 5th place, I put Newcastle. Newcastle had a solid season this past season. Now they got Champions League football, which could hinder them potentially in this Premier League season, but they're also pushing for Sesko at the moment. Imagine that Sesko and Isak partnership. That would be absolutely crazy, and a very solid overall team unit as well. They were very underrated last season, especially playing in that mid block. For my club Arsenal, we struggled so much to break them down. It was painful to watch, to say the least, but I see them finishing in the same position as well. Moving into the top 4, in 4th place I have Chelsea. This Chelsea team is looking like a dangerous team. They have brought in Joao Pedro, Jamie Giddens, and also Jorel Hato. Those are some solid signings. They could really elevate the game. You started talking about them seriously, especially after the Club World Cup when I can't lie, they smoked PSG at that final. Absolutely outplayed them. I think Chelsea is definitely a team to keep an eye out for. I think they will finish 4th place, but they could definitely finish like a higher position as well. In 3rd place, I've gone for Man City. Now this might be wrong as well, but Man City are coming into this season with solid signings. Right when the window opened, they signed Cherki, Ait-Nouri, and also Reinders. I have a feeling just Pep, he might cook this season. I see Man City finishing in like 3rd place. Potentially they could win the league if they do surprise us as well, but Cherki is a player who has huge potential, probably one of the players in the world who has the most potential at the moment. His technical ability is outrageous. If you've seen this guy on the pitch, unbelievable. Ait-Nouri, both defensively and offensively, fantastic. Grinders, the same thing. This guy could chip in with goals from the midfield, but also play a defensive role as well. So Man City, we're definitely gonna keep an eye on them this next season. And in 2nd place, Arsenal. Now this was a tough one, but I think Arsenal will come 2nd again, unfortunately, but they've had a solid summer so far, getting Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Madueke, Mosquera, Kepa, and many other signings, but we're very strong defensively. I think one of the best in the league, if not the best defensive team in the league, but the offensive side is where we kind of struggle to get on the same kind of level as these top teams in the Premier League, like Man City, Liverpool. Last season we kind of relied a little bit on Saka, passing the ball to him, relying on him to create stuff for us. But now we have Madueke, who could potentially play on the left wing, Zubimendi being in the midfield, making those line-breaking passes from the midfield, and Gyökeres, who will hopefully chip in with goals and get at least like 15 goals this season. It might take him a little bit to adapt, but once this attack starts flowing, I think we're gonna cook. But in 1st place, I think it's pretty obvious. There's only one team left in Liverpool, and I mean, I'm sure all of you expected me to put Liverpool in 1st. They just haven't had too good of a transfer window. We're talking about them signing Ekitike, Wirtz, Kirkej, and also Frimpong. Incredible signings. I have a feeling Arne Slot will just tweak the tactics a little bit and just have this team absolutely flowing and working well. So think of it, that attack has Ekitike, Wirtz, you have Gakpo on the left wing, and you have Salah on the right wing. Defenses better be scared, because it's genuinely looking very scary. But this team looks super powerful, and I honestly see them winning the league once again. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment down below your rankings or your standings for this upcoming Premier League season. I'm excited because it's literally starting next week. And don't forget to subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.